Welcome back everybody. Today I've created a Fiesta Halloween inspired look, and this is in collaboration with one of my favourite brands, KIKO, and I took the inspiration from their beautiful Halloween Fiesta campaign image. So using their products, I'm going to recreate it with a little twist of my own. So to give me a really nice hydrated base, I'm going to take their Smart Hydrashot Cream and apply that to my entire face. This cream contains hyaluronic acid, which is great for hydration, and it also contains aloe vera, which is great for its calming properties. Once I've allowed that to soak in, I'm going to apply KIKO's matte face base. If like me you've got combination to oily skin, then this is going to really help to mattify your skin throughout the day. It contains absorbent powders, which helps to soak up any excess oil, and it also creates that soft focus feel to your skin. You can apply it with your fingers. I'm just treating myself and applying it with a brush. And I've applied that to the T section of my face. For my foundation, I'm going to use a colour that actually matches my skin as opposed to creating a sugar skull that's slightly lighter. For this, I'm using the KIKO Full Coverage 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. So the idea of this foundation is that it's quite high in pigment, so by building it up it means you don't require a concealer because it will cover those blemishes. As it is a buildable foundation, this allows you to create the coverage where you want it. So if you need a little bit of extra coverage underneath your eyes, you can just apply a second layer. A lot of people like fuller coverage through the centre of their face. Again, you can just layer it up till you're happy with the coverage. It comes with a doe foot applicator, so you can run that underneath your eyes like you would a concealer. It's a matte satin finish, ideal for those of you with normal to oily skin, and it comes in 14 shades. Next, I'm moving on to eyes. I'm going to apply the neutral eye base. I didn't apply any foundation to the eyes. Using an eye base is better because it actually aids the wear of your eyeshadow. It neutralises the tone of your eyelids, which in turn allows the eyeshadow when applied to look more true to colour. It gives something for the eyeshadow to stick to, thereby extending the wear time. I'm now going to set my skin with the Matte Fusion Pressed Powder. This also comes in a radiant finish. Now I actually picked a shade that's a little bit too dark, but it's not a problem because we are going to make it work. These powders are enriched with vitamin E and argan oil, and they have a really creamy consistency. I'm going to use this intense colour long lasting eyeliner in 01 Pearly White, and this is the shade I'm going to use to map out my shape. I've chosen white because it's easy to remove with my fingers if I make a mistake, and also go over it with black to hide it. On the forehead I'm creating a kind of heart shape. Here are going to be the two humps above the eyebrows, and then we're going to draw a line coming down from the cheekbone towards the lips, and that will give us the illusion of a kind of heart shape on our face. So now from the centre of the ear I'm drawing a line down towards the corner of the mouth, and this line should arc slightly in the centre, a bit like when you're drawing a skull. And you want to do your best to make it as symmetrical as you can on both sides. I'm using that same pearly white to create petals on the head. To make this a little different from the original design, I wanted a flower to adorn the forehead and be kind of the focal point, and then draw some delicate lines coming off of that around the flower. As we're using eyeshadow to colour in the flower, I'm using the pearly white as a base so it will make the pink pop more. This is KIKO's Wet and Dry High Pigment Eyeshadow, so it means you can use it wet or dry. If you use it wet, it will be more intense. I'm using this particular colour dry as I want some varying colour shades in the pinks and the orange tones that I'm using. Next I'm using the Ultimate Pen Long Lasting Eyeliner to go around my petals. This has a soft flexible tip which is perfect for this look as it allows you to manipulate the nib to create the shapes you want. Also this comes in 4 colours, and I like that the handle of it's got an anti-slip grip. I'm always dropping eyeliner pens. Now as you can see it's already quite black, but I do like to go over all of my lines twice to really build up the colour. Now as I mentioned, the tip is soft and flexible, so it's allowing me to create these tiny little teardrop shapes in one motion. I lay the point down and then press the thickest end onto the skin, and it works almost like a stamp. To create a bit of shadow and dimension to my petals, I'm going in with this Lasting Precision Automatic Eyeliner. And the shade I'm using is Hot Pink, and I'm applying this to the very base of each of the petals and fading that upwards. Going back to my eyeliner, I'm now tracing over the pearly white line that we used as a guide earlier. And once again, using the tip of the eyeliner as a stamp, I'm creating this little pattern across the top half of the heart shape. And you want to do this on both sides so they look symmetrical. Moving on to this black creamy colour eyeliner, using the very tip of the Khol and twisting the pencil onto the skin, we're leaving tiny little circles just above those little teardrop shapes that we've created, and you want to repeat this a couple of times to build up the colour. Going into another high pigment eyeshadow, this one is in the shade 21, which is Red Poppy Matte. Once again, this can be used wet or dry. I'm using it dry, and I'm applying this to the inner corners of the eyes, taking that up and over the brow. And then I'm also taking that around the lower half of the eye socket and onto the top of the eyelid on the inner corner. I absolutely love this colour, it's so vibrant. And if you want it even more vibrant, then you can use it wet. The next colour I'm taking is number 44, Matte Sienna. This is another high pigment, and this time we're taking it on the mobile lid and fading it up to meet the colour we've got on the brow bone. And then we're taking it up and outwards, following our natural socket, but also overemphasising it to give us that kind of skeletal roundness. As you come around the lower half of the socket, fade that into the colour that we've already got on the eyes. Using my eyeliner again, I'm creating small circles above the eyebrow, so we're following that shape that we've created around the socket. I've got this KIKO Double Touch 2-Step Liquid Lipstick, and the shade I have is Strawberry Red. I'm going to use this to fill in the first 4 circles. As I said earlier, I want some varying tones of the pinks that I'm using, and applying this with a brush makes it look less red because we're just shearing that colour out. And then I'm going to pop on some eyeshadow over the top to intensify it a little bit more. We don't want it to be red, but we definitely want it to be more of an intense pink. Then I'm applying some of that Matte Sienna shade on the circles that sit above the arch of the eyebrow, and then I'm fading them back into the pink shade as they get towards the temple. Off camera, I'm going to go back around those with the black eyeliner to intensify the black, and I'm also adding a few more around the eye socket, and I've added a dot at the very end on each side so it's symmetrical. And then I've coloured them in, again varying the shades between the pink and the Matte Sienna. Above those circles, I'm creating large teardrop shapes, and these will mirror one another on either side. And then just behind those teardrop shapes, I'm creating kind of like swirly S's, and again they will mirror each other. Taking another Lasting Precision automatic eyeliner pencil, this one is in a vivid light blue, and I'm going to use that to fill in the teardrop shapes. These are super soft and the colour payoff is phenomenal. Then I'm going to add some dimension to these using an intense colour eyeliner in the shade Metallic Turquoise. Like we did with the petals, we're adding this to one side, and this is creating a really beautiful gradient. Then I'm adding in a subtle highlight, going back to that pearly white pencil, and I'm adding this in the very centre. Then I'm going back in with a light blue over the white to soften it. Between the eyebrows and onto the bridge of the nose, I'm creating small blue dots, and these add a beautiful decorative feel. Along the waterline, I'm applying this Lasting Precision automatic eyeliner in black, and this is really soft, so it gives you a beautiful inky black payoff to the waterline. I'm also going to run that along the top lash line close to the eyelashes. We're going to take this all the way to the inner corner and then all the way to the outer edge. Then going back to our liquid eyeliner pen, we're going to create a nice wing on the outer edge. This frames the eyes and gives them a really beautiful feminine feel. I'm applying 2 coats of the Ultra Tech and Volume and Definition Mascara. The wand itself is quite dainty, so if you've got small eyes, you're probably going to love this one, especially for doing your bottom lashes, and it's quite spiky, so it really gets through all of your lashes. Before I do my bottom lashes, I decided to go back in with the eyeliner and just work that directly under the lower lashes. This helps to make the eyes look a little bit bigger. Taking that same pencil, I'm creating an upside down heart shape on my nose. When we're creating skulls on our face, this is normally an absent area that we paint black so it looks as though it doesn't exist. But for this look, I'm going back in with the liquid lipstick, and I'm going to paint the nose in with the red shade. If you're wondering, the other side is a gloss, so you can either wear a matte finish or a glossy finish. Now again, as we are painting this with a brush, we're getting more of a pinky finish. If you want it to be more of a vibrant red, then just apply 2 coats of it. I'm taking some of the black eyeliner onto the back of my hand, and I'm going to use a very small brush to go around the inside of the heart shape. This is going to create a little bit of shading, and then I'm going to reline the very outer edge with the black eyeliner. Next, I'm taking this Smart Colour blush in the shade Magenta, and we're going to pop this on along the cheekbone area, and we want this to be really vibrant. So don't be shy when you're applying it. As you can see, we're taking it quite high on the cheekbone and we're bringing it down quite low towards the apple of the cheek. Off camera, using the black eyeliner, I've traced over the white line going down from our ear to the sides of our mouth. Then I'm applying 2 coats of the liquid lipstick to the lips. I decided to apply a little bit of the black eyeliner around the inner corners of the eyes just to emphasise the socket and also at the very base. We don't want to completely outline them, we're just alluding to the fact that these sockets are sunken. Taking that same eyeliner pen, I'm creating some vertical lines along the lips, creating the perception of teeth. This is such an easy and subtle way to create that kind of skeletal appearance to the face. And for me, it's what I feel like really starts to bring the look together. I'm also adding 2 lines either side at the very corner of the mouth. I'm creating a really pretty pattern along the line that runs from the ear down to the corner of the mouth. Once again, I'm using that kind of stamping technique with the eyeliner. It ties in with the pattern that we've got around the upper half of the heart. And then to make it a little bit more intricate, I'm creating a couple of swirls on there as well and then thickening them up with the eyeliner. On the base of the chin, I'm creating 3 petals, and this is going to frame the bottom half of the face. I'm using the same black Ultimate eyeliner pen to do this. And then like we've done with the tear shapes on the forehead, I'm filling this in with the light blue. Then I'm going to go in with some of that metallic turquoise like I did on the tears and create a little bit of shade and dimension to these petals. Then I'm going in with the pearly white shade to create a little bit of highlight, and as you can see they're already looking so much more 3-dimensional. And then lastly I'm going in with my eyeliner again to create some more of those stamping patterns to completely finish the look. There will be a little how-to on how I created my headpiece on my Instagram account. A massive thank you to KIKO for sponsoring and inspiring this look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give the tutorial a thumbs up if you did. All the products will be listed and linked in the description bar below, and if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section and I will do my best to get back to you. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you missed last week's tutorial, it will be on screen for you now, and if you'd like to follow me outside of YouTube, my social handles are on screen. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye!